ebusuan for mama kwa baba e the Punch TV so message say any day the kind of the channel ya e just subscribe dey am no like no share we so abeja wadwen share or comment section ho e dey akan ho ebusuan for sam la me mo kase story be free so abeto for mama chese agentre ha obi e twene sere ne abasa chese ebusuan for story na trendy ye me share mon kame homa yenko ne yenko hwe story no ana yenko tie story ne emra ye ba e mu nche mu nyina ye sad bebre
Minister, the former minority leader of Ghana's parliament and the city MP for Tamale South Constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, with one accord, put your hands together as we welcome Honorable Royal Haruna, Iddrisu of Tamale South Constituency. Honorable, welcome.
Hello. Our very respected Royal Sanana Chairman for this auspicious 50 years anniversary of the NTC. Our very able regional minister. You know, when he was speaking, I almost reminded him that he sounded big. To remind him of his relationship with the NTC and this hospital and the people of Ghana. The Chief Director, Hajj Hafiz, Ministry of Health, former heads, the Director of Health Services Northern Region. I'm sure the others have to stand on the existing protocols, recognizing all former heads of nursing training institutions and those present. Now, Chairman, today, Regional Minister is not too lucky. But you know, I have utmost respect for him. He's one of the regional ministers who is openly accessible and available and reach out to many of us. So, part of the celebration of 50 years, we celebrate you. But in celebrating him, I'm reminding him that as for Tamale Teaching Hospital, Nurses Training College Tamale, expansion of health infrastructure generally in Tamale, his government hasn't done well yet. So, to remind him that, just to remind him that. I said he can do better. I say he hasn't done well. So there is an opportunity to redeem. Because, Minister, truth be told, much of this expanded infrastructure here in Tamale, and that's why I say Minister is not lucky, because many of it, I am the example. When I say I'm the example, the expansion of this major facility, just right here, was when I was acting Minister for Health. And cement had gone bankrupt, and they were looking for answers for the expansion of this infrastructure. Then I got the authority of the president then to award it to nkansah to get it done with company. So that's how I feel that I'm fitted personally into it. Then the second, then after that, I'll leave the politics and we talk nursing, then I conclude. Then, Minister, when I heard nurses talk about conditions of service, except that, as for this, I'm at Idem with Minister Sani, Regional Minister. Allowance for betting is a no, no, no. So therefore, you are giving us a reason why allowances should not be paid, because it will not be paid for betting. I say you are giving us reason Okay, a few, to be fair to you, a few should not give us reason to want to rethink. But I was happy when Minister said that allowances have been restored. Was it ever taken off? Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, enough of the politics. So, as I said, Minister, then conditions of service for health workers. Again, record. Now, Chairman, it was during my tenure as for employment and labor that for the first time in Ghana's history, I speak without fear of contradiction, that health workers for Ghana got the first codified conditions of service signed as an act with all health workers in Ghana. You check the facts. I did this with the president of the Ghana Medical Association and others, Dr. Sribwa and co. I'll get the other name. So at least whether this government or my government is able to live up to it, there is a codified conditions of service for all health in Ghana, which was under John Dramani Mahama as president. Then, as nurses, we go back to your post-colonial era of 1962. You had hospitals such as Kolego Hospital, Kepko Secondary, Kumasi, Koforidua, with extended medical facilities. Then again, Minister, all of us should celebrate Jerry John Rawlings for changing the nature and character of the medical profession and its associate allies of nursing. By the mere declaration of Jerry John Rawlings of the UDS as a medical school and a teaching hospital, he has served our population well. So those days, and then Minister, I come to the people of Tamale. And then our nurses, you know one other reason why you should be proud. Tamale is one of the most difficult places to work. And today I'll introduce you to the new concept of the people of Tamale don't even know the consequence of bystander on emergency trauma patients. As you are driving from, and I see now, as you are driving from Simon Zakari's home, if an accident happens at Texaco, this is Tamale for you. They will leave the patient and they are all watching him. Look at it. No care, no emergency, no thoughtfulness that the immediate thing is to write the person for medical care. You all see it. So we need some education as a people. Those one chairman, now some na yes all buy the womb so many. The man like you more, they can salary behino. The somebody no man dash to the wrong come to find your bill my buy. The choma song can live again now. Couple of grow can live. And even sometimes, what is surprising is that they are more concerned about the damage to the yellow and the motorbike and the car than the damaged human being. And I'm particularly happy that Chief Director is here. And he has an ear to the Minister of Finance. He knows what I know. The principal of this school have made a strong case for a modern auditorium and a hostel. Chief Director, you can push it and we'll support you. And when I say you can push it, I know what a formal letter from you can do. If it is communication to the Minister of Finance, recommending strongly hostel, and an auditorium be dedicated to this institution. And sometimes, you know, when you came to Parliament, in my difficult days as minority leader, if we scrutinize your health budget, including your national health insurance, you can find something for this school from that you are capable of doing, and that will be able to support you. So thank you for also honoring this. And then, Nana once again, today is important, and it's been a groundbreaking era. As men and women were being introduced, I hope that some of the senior colleagues here won't take offense. They introduced a gentleman at the back there called Mike. Mike. I hope you won't be offended. Nana. But for him and some Abukar Warwa, who was also one of the first head of the nursing department here, those of you know him, a book accompanied by Father Sakamna of the lead Warbalana here, and he was the first person to acquire degree in nursing. But Mike used to be the most popular nurse in the whole of our area, including Buddha. The Mike we introduced. So together with his wife, maybe I'm not ashamed to say it, I hear my mother used to quietly call me Ashipto Boati, hospital bucket. She was not too sure of the survivor, life and death, because I was almost here. So a good example of what you've done in promoting human life and human care. So today, we have every reason to celebrate you, to celebrate our nurses, to celebrate our midwives. But once regional minister is here and he's a representative of the president, and Nasa Nana is here at every capacity, he represents the overlords. I have one other observation, and that observation can only be said by those of us who practice outside. And it is Director Health Services, Northern Region. This is for you. Out there, the whispers are that our doctors do referral to their private clinics using man hours of the public sector for their private jobs. That is unacceptable, and that must stop. That is unacceptable, and that must stop. The referrals is to their private clinics, and that those man hours, we cherish what they have done, we cherish their sacrifices, but dedicated public service. And now, Chairman, I conclude with it. For you as nurses, I borrow from Nas and Narana, but I add my words. He spoke about discipline. So now, Chairman, discipline and timeliness must guide your journey into the next 50 years. We are proud of your successes. We are proud of your contribution. Today, in any statistics, Ghana stands tall. Infant mortality, whether you go to UNICEF, all the statistics of those indices have seen some improvement. Thanks to the nurse, thanks to the doctor, thanks to the midwife. Then I heard and read some anthology of John from the, our colleague who spoke on behalf of the alumni. Then principal and to the nurses in Tamale. When our patients arrive here, they deserve to be treated with honor and dignity. It's part of your ethical training. You should be the last to look upon a patient in his vulnerable state and let him despair, who bless me.